Good afternoon, Nabo Nation. I'm Margaret Brown, and I am excited to be here with Susan and Lisa. Hi, guys.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, everyone.
So we are being very proactive about introducing you to the Nabo National Board. And so I'd like these two amazing Wonder Women to tell you who they are, what they do, and how they're serving this year in Nabo.
I can start. I am Susan Dawson, and I'm just realizing I'm missing a string. There it is. Hi. I am in my second term on the board, the national board, and I'm currently the chair-elect. So I'm so fortunate to get to share or to be supporting Christina Heaney and as our current chair, and Jeanette as immediate past chair. So that's been fun.
That's amazing. I don't know if I knew that.
You
know, people think that I know everything, and I absolutely 100% don't. I only know it when I need to know it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm from the Chicago chapter. I'm not even sure that they know, but I haven't really been talking about it much. I mean, but yeah, since you asked, there it is.
Yeah. Thank you. Awesome. All right, Lisa.
Hey, everybody. I'm Lisa Coppola. I'm from the Buffalo Niagara chapter. And it is turning into fall where I live, probably where Susan lives in Chicagoland as well. I am honored to serve on the national board. I chair our governance committee, following in the able footsteps of my friend Sue. And I
Shocker, the lawyers that chair the governance.
Right, the lawyers get involved in governance. We like those clauses.
Right.
And I also have I'm a former president here at Buffalo Niagara, and I'm serving on our diversity and inclusion committee this year, led by Sherry Barmack, who's in the President's Assembly. That's a really cool honor and opportunity to push forward our initiatives nationally and locally to make sure that we recognize, diversify, include in our allies of all of our women business owners.
Yep.
Awesome. Agreed. I'm very proud of Nabo and the work and the progress since this is our 45th year in existence. And I'm sure, it's been a lot of progress, a lot of work, but I am 100% confident in everything that we're doing. And I don't know a single Nabo person that is not with us in that. And so I love it. Love it. Okay, now were either of you on the PASC, Lisa?
Yeah,
Lisa was.
Yeah.
Awesome. Will you just tell us a little bit about what the PASC is?
Sure. So PASC, President's Assembly Steering Committee, a goofy name for a group of former chapter leaders, usually presidents of chapters, but sometimes not, who act as mentors and liaisons with current chapter leadership. So it's simply a group of volunteers who are there for our chapter leaders across the country, people who just want to give back more to Nabo. And it's a great opportunity for anyone who's been in chapter leadership. If they want to remain involved and engaged, there's certainly the element of giving back and getting to know, Nabo sisters around the country, which is another thing we do with the WBC, right? It's such a cool part.
That's awesome. I just like to make sure that we mention the journeys that different people have taken in their Nabo careers, because, I think sometimes you just look at Nabo and you're like, wow, but that's for someone else. That's not for me, right?
Yes.
I had kind of that similar, because I was on the Chicago board for a really long time before I became president. And people had talked about national board just in general. And I was kind of like, wow, I can't imagine ever being on national board like that, and it just, I just never thought that was in my future. And then I was in the Minneapolis, I applied, and then I was at the Minneapolis conference. And I started going to conference, national conference really led me into national, right? So when I started getting involved in the national activities, it really drove that interest in national board. And then at the Minneapolis conference, I was talking to some of the former national chairs, and I just was like, yep, I want to try this. I want to go for this. And I've just loved every minute of it ever since. So yeah.
Awesome. Love it. Amazing. So, okay, let's shift to the WBC. That is the Women's Business Conference hosted by NABO. And in the show notes, you'll see a link to A, register if you haven't registered, and B, if you have registered, the virtual booth is open and it's a photo booth. It's going to be the end game of the photo booth is going to be a beautiful mosaic. That's all I can say. That's all I really know. But it's going to be gorgeous. And so yeah, take as many pictures as you want in the photo booth. Take one every hour if you want to. Every 10 minutes if you want to. I'm not, trust me, it's fine.
Oh, abundance. I love it.
Yeah. And also the great thing about it, I've been hearing people say, oh, well, when I get ready, I'll do it. The great thing about the photo booth is that you can use photos from your camera roll.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Oh, that's good to know.
So like all the headshots that all of us have from Carrie Ann.
We can use that. Yeah.
We can use that. So, and just speaking of Carrie Ann, she will still be our photographer for this event. Oddly enough, she'll be doing it and it'll be fabulous. So more on that later. I'll probably have her on a live so she can tell us a little bit about it. But anyway,
cool.
Susan, people want to see your shirt.
Yes. So today.
No, your shirt.
Oh, my shirt. Oh, I started with the shirt. This is my I was talking about my last Facebook Live. My girlfriend. Wait, let me get it there.
Awesome.
All right. And then I don't know if you can see you got to tell me if you can see the back because I can't see. Can you see the back?
Yes. Member nomination. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I love it.
So, and then my daughter has one. Wait, does this one? This isn't my daughter's. Sometimes I put hers on and ask. This just says NABO Nation, right?
Yeah.
Okay. My daughter's. Because the other day I had my daughter's on. I'm like, this is a little small, and I realized it was hers. Hers says future member of NABO Nation on the back.
Oh,
So I'm so super proud of my college roommate, who is also still one of my absolute closest friends, even though she lives in New Jersey and I'm in Chicago, and we don't get to see each other as much as we'd like. But her daughter, in her, I think the end of her junior year of high school, started this business called Generation Clothing, and she makes custom clothing. So she is now a NABO member, and she was attending this week the Next Gen conference, and she has an exhibit booth in our conference where you can buy any of her custom clothing, but also these NABO sweatshirts, and you can customize the back, so you can put or even the bottom, you can put your chapter on it. She's got a bunch of other different t-shirts, and what's just super cool about it is that you're helping support the next generation of business owner.
I'll be there.
So I love that. I mean, she's a high school senior, and she's running a business, and I'm just so proud of her. So I'm doing everything I can to promote her. Her name is Sarah Smith, and her booth is Generation Clothing. So
amazing.
Yeah. I'm super excited.
Awesome.
Yep.
Awesome. And we're going to do just on that, everyone, we are going to have a Facebook Live, and I'm going to walk you through all the booths. So all of those people who have put themselves out there and grabbed a booth, we're going to also get some visibility on social media as well. So anyway, now we want to move on to the WBC again. And we are going to, so Susan's going to walk us through the bag, the swag bag.
I'm so excited it came today.
And just so you know, our sponsor for this was UPS. Thank you, UPS.
I love this bag. I love this bag. I mean, I can't get over how much I always love our conference bags, but this one is just super cool. I'm really bad at the camera angle. Okay, so in the bag, we have lots and lots of fun stuff, starting with if you register like the first certain number, get this awesome charcuterie board, which I'm addicted to charcuterie cheese plates, as Lisa knows. You can't be on a board with me and not have a charcuterie ordered at every meal.
For sure.
Or just in my room,
Yep.
You know, right? I'm like, come to my room for charcuterie. Okay, so there's that. Then we have I love when we have these little books. Wells Fargo gave us a little booklet. It's a great size. It's like a nice purse size. You know, it's not too big. And there's a pen. We've got, and I've been needing this for a long time. Wells Fargo also gave us, you can't really see, but it's one of those covers for your camera on your laptop. And I usually put a sticky, like a Post-it over it. So now I have an official cover. And this is UPS, from UPS. Look at this.
We have a very important comment that came in.
Becky just posted a comment. Yes, Becky has seen much charcuterie madness. Yes, she has.
Thank you, Becky, for being with us.
Ooh, what's that? Water bottle? It's a glass bottle.
Wow.
And it has love bottle on it, and it has all these just amazing inspirational words and sayings on it, and it's just crazy.
I love it. So,
and I love water bottles, and I love either stainless steel or glass. I don't use plastic, so this is perfect for me. We have super cool sunglasses from Dell. Just rocking the shades. Facebook has given us a little selfie stick.
Nice one.
Legs, the legs can be positioned.
Yeah.
So you can use it however you need to. Cauliflower, our Woman Business Owner of the Year from last year, right? Has put in here. She's got a little pizza cutter, a little shaped stress ball, and lip balm. Which who could ever have too much lip balm? In my opinion, no one. I couldn't believe it when I saw this. This is, I'm sorry. The bottle's Bank of America. I screwed up. Sorry, Bank of America. Bottle's Bank of America.
So beautiful.
I'm back. Bank of America. Sorry.
Love you, Bank of America.
They're the ones who did the inspirational stuff last year at the conference.
Right? Well, I don't want to get up, but
no, but they
did some the keychains.
The keychains, but also there was a bag like "Be the Change" or something like that. Yeah. And I have that. I love that bag. Actually, I keep it in my car. It's where I keep my change because it says something like "Be change." Okay, this is from UPS. UPS gave us a keychain.
Yeah, there you go. Oh,
and it has a Nabo charm on it.
What?
And a UPS charm on it.
And an airplane?
And an airplane.
Oh, my God.
Seriously, right? I am so crazy about this. I can't get over it. Awesome. I'm so excited. That's
Lisa, how much FOMO do we have right now?
Yeah. And then we've got 10,000 Small Business, another bag from them. But I'm trying to remember little bag, small impact. Remember our this was in the bag. Look at this teal, soft. She makes these bags, right? Which I'm addicted to. I bought a ton from her at the conference, and I'm planning on buying more from her. I'm assuming she's having a booth, buying more from her at this conference. I use these bags for everything. And when I travel, I can put different things, but they're so soft. And again, you're supporting the next generation. So then the last thing
at Next Gen this week.
Yeah. The last thing is our commemorative, what is this book? The conference booklet, but it has all of the chairs.
Amazing.
Isn't that cool? All of the chairs on the cover and for the 45 years, and it goes into and celebrates the 45 years. Oh, look, I just opened it and look what's in there. Look at that. I got my own sticker. I've always been jealous of your sticker.
Oh my gosh. I bought a bunch for COVID to send out.
Yeah.
But then people were afraid to get mail, but I think I'm going to start sending them out again.
Yeah, no, I've always seen yours, and I love your logo. Like, I love this.
Oh, thank you.
When you post this on Instagram, and I just think it's the coolest thing ever. Anyway, so that was in there, and then just lots of fun stuff in here, all about our speakers, and just a gorgeous book that really is something you'd keep. It's not like our typical conference books that are kind of more like magazines. This is actually a book you can put on your coffee table. So super cool. So
and those, I believe that the bags, Becky, correct me if I'm wrong. The big bag, little bag, big impact bag, I believe is for the speakers. So I don't think everyone's going to be getting that.
Oh, well then I'm just special.
Yes. But if you think about it, we have so many speakers at WBC. There are so many opportunities for people of, whether you've been in business or been a member for a year or not even a member. There are some that are non-members at WBC. And thank you, Becky. Becky, yes. Thank you. Oh my gosh.
If you don't get one, then you can buy one.
Oh, you can buy one.
Even if she doesn't have an exhibit booth, just go to her website.
Yes.
I bought so many of these. I love them. They're all, it's all recycled. This is all furniture, like remnants from fabric that goes on furniture
Yeah.
that would go in a landfill.
Wow.
We repurposed it. So
amazing.
So cool.
No, that was exciting. Oh my gosh.
Can't wait for mine to get here. You
I know. People were texting and posting on Facebook that they got theirs, and I'm like, "Where's my bag?" And it came today.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, totally. Oh, Becky ordered from Little Bags Big Impact over this weekend, and so okay, whatever Becky does, I do. So I'm gonna go and get mine too. Just kidding, Becky.
Yeah, you can just order it. And I know she was a speaker last year, and
Yep. And she was this year. She was on a panel. Right. Wonderful. And Jen just confirmed that she does have a booth.
Oh, good. Yeah. So definitely visit that booth. She has the coolest. You will not be disappointed.
Yeah. No, absolutely not. I'm so glad that we're talking about so many of our exhibitors. We talked about Generation. What was your friend's booth?
Oh, Generation Clothing. Yeah.
Generation Clothing. Yep. So we're going to stop by.
Nabo t-shirts, other Nabo fun stuff.
So, and again, everyone, we are going to do a Facebook Live and we're going to walk you through all the exhibit booths because it takes a lot to say, I'm going to have an exhibit booth at a virtual conference. And I want to make sure that because they're wonderful businesses. I've gone through the list and it's like, wow. So just stop by. And anyway, we'll give you the tour later, but
so cool.
Lisa and I have a booth. Nabo Lawyers has a booth again this year. We have it last year.
About your the Nabo Lawyers, please.
Yeah, you don't talk about it, Lisa. I've talked too much.
Fine. Right? Yeah. The Nabo Lawyers is just such an awesome group, and it was Sue's brainchild a few years ago, and developed over some wine at one of the WBCs.
And charcuterie.
Right, and charcuterie. And they're women all across the country. And we're now we have so many of us, and we've gotten so close, particularly the lawyers like Sue and I who do a fair bit of employment law work. Mm-hmm. And that was such a challenging time during the beginning of the pandemic, when there was all this legislation from the federal government. Many of our states had legislation, even some of our counties and cities. Mm-hmm. Talk to the LA folks, my goodness, right? And you would know that, right, Margaret? Like if you're in one county, it's one rule. If you're in the next county, it's a different rule. Yeah. But to have that sort of network of colleagues across the country, people we can reach out to if we need to refer a client, but even maybe more importantly, if we have a question and we're trying to figure out an issue, because lots of us are in smaller practices. Even some of us in larger practices, there may not be another lawyer in our practice who does the same kind of work we do. And we have this great network of friends, right? It's the one thing about NABO I've always said locally and nationally, there's no competition. There's only support, right? Yep. If we look at the process and our careers and our universe as being abundant, we know there is work for all of us. And if we can send work to one of our friends or our colleagues or a NABO sister in another city, it just makes us stronger, right? It's that sort of old adage, we lift as we climb. Yeah. And that's so true of the NABO lawyer group. We have a private Facebook page, and I think we've inspired some other professions and industries to start with the cooperation of NABO HQ and the board. There's a group for accountants. There's now a group for manufacturers.
Products.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And so I'm hopeful as the years go by, I know Sue is as well, that this branches out into lots of different industries or professions because we get incredible support from our NABO sisters across industry, but to then have that narrow industry focused relationship as well, it really, NABO offers so much to all of us. It's really remarkable.
Yep. Susan, do you want to add anything to that?
No, she did a great job. Just got the truth. I know I've said it before. I wouldn't have survived COVID without NABO and NABO lawyers, hands down. Yeah. My firm is too small. I'm the head employment lawyer. I have a dual an associate. But if I didn't have these sisters to call and run things by, because this is all brand new, nobody knew. Right? I'm sorry.
Can I quote you on that?
Yeah, you can. Absolutely. I couldn't have survived COVID without NABO. I couldn't have. It's without a doubt, both my keeping my business going, getting answers to questions when I needed it, getting support when I needed it, but also when mentally I was just having a day where I was breaking down. Yeah. Who did I turn to? I turned to my NABO peeps. They're the ones who get it. They're the ones who understand what it is to run a business in COVID.
Absolutely.
You know, they're the only
family and extended family, right? It's we juggle a lot. We always have. But who among us has lived through a pandemic?
Right.
So that we're there for each other, remarkable. You're absolutely right, Sue.
Yeah.
Yep. If I was having a bad day, someone would have a good day and lift me up. If I was having a good day, I could lift up someone else's day and help them keep going. And so it's how I made it through. It's how I'm still making it through.
Amazing. I mean, and this is like one of the biggest questions of the century, I guess, or the decades, is how to tell, there's almost 11 million women business owners in the country, and we represent them, whether they know it, whether they join forces with us or not. How do we reach out to those 11 million women to say, we are here for you, and this is what we provide? It has been so difficult, being on the communications team at NABO HQ. It's like, how do we encompass this? So that one sentence that you said is so powerful and so true. And so it's like, let's get that out there, because I think a lot of people say, if it wasn't for NABO, blank.
Yep. We're all about community. That's what we're about. That's what makes us different. We're about community and being there. And, I feel less alone ever since I found and, really got involved with my NABO sisters. A lot of people join and they go to a few events and they, but they don't really dig in and develop those friendships. When you really dig in and you develop those relationships, that's what NABO is all about.
That's right. That's absolutely right.
Incredible that the NABO HQ team pivoted and made an immediate decision that the online content, this multiple days of the week, was going to be open to any woman business owner.
Right.
Like not like we're just going to keep it close and this is our it's this generosity that brings people in and reassures everyone you belong.
Yep.
Right.
And we practice what we preach, is that we're not, there's business and there's room for growth for everyone. It's like, for that time, who cares about charging for an online event? People need to be lifted up. They need a community. And so much has come back to NABO because of those decisions. But that wasn't the goal. As you know, Jen, our CEO, she's leading with her heart, and, right next to it is a brilliant brain. And, but she was there to serve, but it's coming back.
Well, and all of the information that was coming out in the beginning too, right? We've got to compliment NABO. I'd get on a call with my accountant talking about the PPP loan, and I'd have information before they did. I would talk to my bank, and I had information before they did, because NABO was pushing out information constantly, letting us know where things were about getting money, about getting resources, about what's going on, what's happening, what's changing. And that information was open to everyone. It wasn't limited to membership. It was open. No. We were just trying to, like Lisa said, keep the entire community of women-owned business owners together and afloat during this. So, yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I know. My husband directly benefited from also reading those emails. And so he felt like he had to make a donation. So he made a donation in my name and my sister's name to the Institute, because he's like, how could I not give back to this organization that helped me during this pandemic? No one else did.
Yeah, that's so great.
I know. I love it. I'm so grateful. Jen has a beautiful comment. Teamwork makes the dream work. How she is watching this right now with what's on her plate is amazing. But she's here to support, and I love it. So, okay, so let's talk about WBC in our last few minutes. Okay, go ahead and tell me, what does brave look like to you? When have you had to be brave? And or what are you most excited about this conference? And whoever wants to start.
Yikes. That's a big one. Brave, brave is so much. You see sort of in the background of me to chickies. They're my daughters. And I'm a single mom. And I decided I was going to bring my daughters home from China and run a law firm. And after that, buy a gardening construction firm. And that's kind of what Brave is, that we know in our hearts we can do it. And our hearts explode with all the good that comes to us, right? I said that before, right? Our families and our business. And in many ways, they're kind of interchangeable, right? Because probably you all have the laptop on the couch at night like I do, right? And we show our families by example. So to me, that's a big Brave is matter for me. And of course, Glennon, I'm like, have the biggest girl crush. Glennon and her wife, Abby. And I'm just so excited to see her. And I've read all her books, and she's just an amazing, inspirational, insightful woman who has had her share of challenges and has risen above them and brought all that wisdom and all the goodness she spreads across the entire world with Together Rising. I have chills just thinking about it.
Amazing. Well, Becky says you are a mega hero. So I agree.
Oh, that's I love the picture of her dog.
I know, right? Okay, Susan, you're up.
I think that just what we went through in COVID is exactly what Brave is for us. The fact that so many women, business owners that I know of just said, I'm going to get through this. Somehow, some way, I'm going to get through this. And there's nothing more unknown than COVID. I remember when Illinois shut down and everyone was thinking, gosh, are we living in a sci-fi movie? Is the zombie apocalypse here? You know, it was everyone, no one knew. And I was thinking that a cliff was coming, right? Just, we were all going to fall off the cliff together. But I never curled up in a ball and gave up, right? And most of the NABO members that I know of, well, all the NABO members that I've taught you did the same thing. They just charged forward and said, we're going to make it. We're going to make it. And to me, that's brave. In the face of the complete unknown, to just face it head on is brave. And so I've been, I've just been so proud listening to all the stories. I've got a podcast going with some other NABO members, and we've been interviewing businesses during, and how they changed during COVID. And it's just been amazing to listen to their stories and how so many people use this as an opportunity to completely go back into their business and revamp things and change things and, all of that. So, by the way, that's 3 B's on the law in case anybody wants to visit my podcast.
It's so funny because I was going to say that. 3 B's on the law. They're awesome.
But it's with 2 other NABO lawyers. Anyway, but here's what I'm excited about, besides Glennon, who I'm super excited about, but you already mentioned that, so I'm going to go with something else. Here's what I'm excited about with conference. I think that the topics this year are amazing. How to, fiscal responsibility during uncertain times, and how to change your marketing in COVID. I mean, these are things that are hitting home. My business drives my business. My pipeline came from in-person networking in the state of Illinois, because I'm licensed in Illinois and Wisconsin. So, national events was all about me meeting my sisters. My networking is here. So all of a sudden I had to start figuring out how to get business without being able to be in person with people. And I still haven't really figured it out completely. So, so much, I love that we took we really focused on topics that are hitting people right now. But on top of that, I'm loving that I'm going to get together with my sisters, even if it's virtually, and go through this together. And we're still spending time together. The NABO lawyers are doing some Zoom calls for people who have registered so that we can watch the panels together virtually, so that we can still talk and discuss and exchange ideas. I'm doing that with, there's a group here in Chicago, in our Chicago chapter, called the Executive Roundtable, which is similar to the Circle. It's the larger size business owners here in Chicago. And we're scheduling a couple of Zoom calls. Again, same thing, anyone who's registered, so that we can get together and talk, so that when it's over, the session's over, we have time to really share. So it's just like in person, but we're going to be doing it virtually. And so to me, I love listening to how people are still making this experience about getting together and connecting, even though we can't be together. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
Awesome. I love it. Thank you so much, both of you, for this awesome insight that you've given. And we have a lot to look forward to. This is going to be really exciting. I mean, I've seen the conference bag from afar. I'll be honest with you, I'm the type of person that gets a conference bag and is like, I am not schlepping that home. Like, how am I going to get that home? But all of that is so curated and well thought out, because those are the partners that we bring on and they really get to know us. And I am so excited. I have my Bank of America keychain from last year.
My Bank of America.
Yeah.
I really love this. I love the heart on it. This is so cool.
Yes. So I'm really excited. Thank you so much. Is there any final words that you want to say to the Nabo Nation?
Well, I have.
If you haven't registered yet, register.
Right.
Okay.
Register for WBC. And if you have any interest in board service, go to the Institute. There's a great how-to video we put on live on August 18th, and our call for nominations are open through October 18th. So do consider board service at the national level.
Absolutely.
Amazing. I love it. Love, love, love. Well, thank you so much, both of you. I appreciate you as leaders of our organization, but also as friends. So thank you.
Good to
see each other in person again.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Take care. Bye.